Okay, here we have an update on how to train your Oscar. Remember the rod? Well, it looks like we have succeeded. These two are swimming along together quite funfully. They seem to be getting along quite well. So it appears to me that it is true. You are able to train your Oscar now. You can see Oscar's not worried about the stick anymore, or the rod. So this week I'm going to introduce another fish into the tank because I believe this tank is big enough to hold 3 fish. Being a 540 litre, 140 gallon. And that'll be a silver dollar. And apparently it's about 10 centimetres, although it is 4 years of age and used to living with other fish. So apparently they're quite a placid fish. I've never really had one. But this is the update. These two are getting along really, really well. It took maybe 2 days, 3 days. He got a little taste of the rod yesterday, but it's worked. It has worked. So I'm very happy about that. So I know there are plenty of people out there who have aggressive fish. So it's time to man up. Take some authority within your household and say enough is enough. I'm the human here. The rules of my house are: you shall play wonderfully well together. You shall befriend one another. You shall support one another in a companionable, platonical way. And it seems to work. So there's my update. Jackie the Jag, she's quite happy to swim around now. Look at that. She's not worried about him at all. If you remember, he made her stay in that fucking corner. Oops, my apologies. And that just was not acceptable. He was assaulting her and just being a typical wild little fish. But he's gone really well. And I never, maybe not have mentioned it on my first post, but he was attacking us through the glass. I mean, he was really getting up us for the first number of months in his life. He was a wonderful fish. And then we had a bit of a saga in our household where we lost a baby girl and we didn't spend much time with him. And he got very aggressive. He was a headbutting, just banging into the tank glass to get at us. And that was not acceptable. We got to a point where I thought I was going to have to just I don't know, give him away or something. So, but come up with spare the rod, lose the child. You can see they have a little bit of a swim there, but I'll let him get away with them. So what I'll do is this is what I do. I'll just present the rod to him and I say, listen, mate. Okay, you're allowed to play, you're allowed to have fun, but that's as good as it gets. And because when I first used the rod, I put it in and made him go to the corner. Now when I present the rod, he just automatically goes to that corner and just say, okay, send me in. So he knows. But he also knows that we love him. So one of the most important lessons to learn of this is that once you've disciplined him, reproved him, reassure them that you love them. Now look at our little mate. I mean, we're friends. We are friends. We do eyeball each other and have a heart to hearts. He's a good companion to our family. It's not like just a fish that we look upon. We don't just look at him blankly. He's our little mate. Got a few scar wounds, but he's all good. And there's Jackie. She's swimming along quite fucking well. Happy to go to the top now. And things will only get better as the week goes on because, you know, as all things, if he's done the wrong thing, he's going to feel a little bit remorseful and contrite for a little bit and not want to frolic and happily run around and play or swim around and play. But we'll get there. We'll reassure him that we love him, and I'm hoping that the introduction of the silver dollar, we should have 3 fish in there, maybe a 4th one, because my son really, really wants a female Oscar. There's just not one in town for sale. So I got Jackie. But he said to me the other day, Daddy, I didn't want a Jaguar, I wanted another Oscar for Oscar. So we can only but hope that one day one will turn up and we'll be able to purchase it and put it in a tank. And then I think 4 just about complete that whole tank. Looking forward to getting the filtration system done. As you can see, I've just used the old one because it's got all the little bits and pieces in there where all the biomatter is. So I've got to introduce I was hoping for aquaponics, putting some plants up there and running a stronger pump and filtering it through the plants and then back down. But I have to build a complete top and la-di-da, but that'll happen next. Well, hopefully in the next month or so. We're in no rush. Don't be frightened to experiment. I can see up here my water is quite clean. I know other tanks are more likely a little bit cleaner, but man, I've just utilised what I've got, and I thank the YouTubers for that, because I needed to extend that a bit, so I put a bottle on there. Although one of the things I did do wrong was at the bottom of this cola bottle, I cut it off completely, and then the other morning I woke up and there's Jackie up there. Oh no! I can hear the pump going, grrr, starving of water. So my boys come running out, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. So we've turned it off and pulled Jackie out, and she's swimming around. Quite happy now. Look, see, they're getting on well. They're not attacking each other anymore. Look at that. I'm very, very, very pleased about that. Very pleased. It gives it a little bit of a dip every now and again, but you know, the next few weeks we'll get that, so that they're not even going at each other, or he's not going at her. And up here for my filtration, so I replaced that. I got a bottle and just cut the bottom off, so that she can't swim up there now. You can only just see it through. I cut the little corners off. And my filtration, I got tired of paying all the money for the filters and whatnot, and they don't seem to last that long. So I've been using chucks. There we are, chucks. I just wrap a chucks around that hose, and I clean it twice a day actually. After I feed, give them a feed, give them about an hour, and then I clean it, and then until I get my new filtration system. But that chucks is working. I found one chucks is not enough. I had to put 2 chucks in there. 2 chucks cleans that, keeps that clean. Very, very good. I mean, I know you can spend all that money and get all the carbons and da-da-da-da-da, those most expensive filters, but you know, I've learnt since then you just don't need them. You just do not need these big massive filtration systems for these little tanks. That's these little hobbyer tanks. So my next experiment is going to be volcanic rock. $20 a bag, and it will fill up a whole big pot plant, and I'm just going to use filter it through there, hopefully through the plants, but I reckon I may try some poly in a bottle similar to that, but I'm going to try and get everything out of the tank, only a hose, and put it in the up top here, the pump and everything, but fill that full of poly. But I don't know if I'll do that yet, because I want to be able to clean it regularly. If you can clean that filter regularly, the chucks regularly, I think that helps a lot, because the longer the food and the feces stay up there and the water washing over it just dilutes it, turns it into a soup, and then just goes back through the system. So it's better to spend a couple of minutes, wash out your little filter, give it a rubber dub, put it back in there, and everything's good. Look, watch this. Oscar, what have you said? Come on, mate. You can't keep going through this saga forever. Do you really want to go back to that corner over there? Come on, mate. Got a befriender. That's me boy. We'll see how he gets to that corner. He knows, hey, he knows. That is just not permissible. And look, Jackie, present the stick to her. She's not worried about it all. She knows that this rod is saving her from him. See, look, he's gonna put the stick there and he's like, no. Okay? I try not to overuse it, because I don't want him getting used to it too much, because he needs to know that this means when I present the stick, he knows, oops, I've been doing the wrong thing. So I don't want to use it too much. I mean, in fact, I was thinking the next thing I'll do once I get them tamed, I'm actually going to start to try and get him to do some tricks. When we first got him, you could move your finger around and he'd follow your finger. So I am actually going to try a little bit of circusiness with him, and seeing if I can get him to swim around and maybe do some roly-polies, and just get him to follow the stick and reward him somehow. I don't know how that's going to work, but I surely must be able to do it. But we'll see what happens in the future. See, it's a little bit, I mean, that's not bad considering, you know, but I still don't want that much. But you can see she's not too intimidating. He's not really grabbing onto her at all. Not like they were when they first got together, where they were just locking lips. So I'd say, hey, come on, mate. Little bit more improvement there, yeah. Okay, buddy. And if things get too serious, I just dip the rod into the tank and go, hey, okay, mate, remember this fella? Remember what this was all about? This was about you staying in the corner and not harassing people, okay? So I don't want to intimidate him with it too much, so I just keep it close, and he knows. So I'm not hitting him with it and just presenting it. He just knows that I've ushered him into the corner and say, hey, mate, that's enough. Okay, so I'll just take it out because I don't want to go on too much because that was only a little tiny. Just empty out the water in the rod. The rod fills up with water. I'm going to put it in there. So he knows he'll swim free now. If I just do that now. Maybe I think I may have to do it for another week. Just a little reminder here and there, and eventually it'll all fade away. He won't even remember that he was angry anymore. So all is good. All right, love you all. Happy fishing, or whatever you call it when you have fish in your homes. But I tell you what will be interesting. I would love to see a lot more documentaries or a lot more videos on people getting involved with their fishing, not just looking at them, but training them to do fucking circusy things. Like, hey, come on, mate. I just gave you that lecture. You understand what I'm saying? Hey? Come on, buddy. We know better than that. All right, love you all. Bye-bye.